I'm Walter Wimble, and this is Beyond the Music with Tim Wolf, hosted by No Sugar, No Cream Podcast. Today we are speaking of one of Tim's songs, Red Dirt, not to be confused with Clay.
Yes. Thank you, Walter. Let's listen to a little bit of the song. First verse, chorus, maybe.
I was raised a little south of Macon, right where the river turns. Shade don't grow over cotton rows, and the sun can scorch the earth. You make a Friday night paycheck from the sweat soaking through your shirt. Well, I learned quick that you don't get more than what you earn. Looking back, my hometown made me the man that I am now. I left the part of a bumper of an F-150 on the side of an old pine tree. I left the name of a girl that I thought I loved on the water tower in John Deere Green. I walked the aisle of that church where I first heard about John 3:16. Yeah, the good, the bad, the hurt. My story, every word, it's written in red dirt. Written in red dirt.
Okay. Now, the first thing I need to point out that I, Tim Wolf, was not raised a little south of Macon, right where the river turns.
Oh my goodness.
As you know, and as the title of the album, Born in South Dakota, I was born and raised in South Dakota. However, there's a backstory as to why I put out this song, why I co-wrote this song, and why it's on the album Born in South Dakota. Do you have any idea why?
No idea. Well, I mean, I wrote it with somebody that maybe...
Okay, so this song was written with two other Nashville writers, Chris Crippo and Brian White. Brian White has written, the last count, I checked, 16 number one songs. So he's a pro writer. And we were writing, it was a weekend writing retreat, and we were writing for specific country artists that were looking for songs to cut. And to be honest, I've forgotten which artist we were targeting, but they were, because he didn't pick this song. I mean, a lot of people are trying to get cuts with Major League. I mean, country is one of the few one of the few genres where artists will take outside cuts, outside songs. You know, usually the artist wants to either co-write the song. Pop, certainly. I think most pop songs, the writer wants to have a piece of writing it or writing themselves. But in country, they want the best song. And there's a songwriting tradition in Nashville. Co-writing. Nashville's a big co-writing town and very common to take outside cuts. A lot of people are trying to get a cut from major label artists. And even though we had a big player on our team, Brian White, who's written 16 number ones, we didn't get picked. But I love the song. And that artist was from Georgia. So that's why we wrote it that way, south of Macon, right where the river turns. But the song, the message of the song, although the place is different than my hometown, because my entire album, Born in South Dakota, is all about how where you were born and raised shapes you. And that's what I put in the liner note. And being born in a small town in South Dakota and being raised on a farm, working on a track, driving a tractor before I started first grade, that definitely shaped me and made me into the person that I am. And I believe no matter where you're born and raised, it does shape you to some extent, sometimes more than others. And this song is all about being shaped by this town that you grew up in. And that's the entire message of this song. And it talks about, when we get to the second verse, all the way through. I left a part of a bumper of an F-150 on the side of an old oak tree. That's probably teenage shenanigans, right? Raising some ruckus.
Raising some ruckus. Yes, sir.
Finding the Lord. I learned about John 3:16. Faith is the most important thing in our lives. And that song touches on that. Brian is a devout Christian as I am, and so that got put in the song. What else?
John Deere, you got to throw.
Yeah, got to throw the John Deere in there. I left the name of a girl that I thought I loved.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The water
next.
tower
like that.
in John Deere Green. Has John Deere Green been overused in country songs? Maybe not. But why mess with what works? All right, so that's in the song. That's really, it's about, I learned quick that you don't get more than what you earn. And talking about sweat and talking about, labor, blood and sweat.
Okay. There we go. I was just about to ask them. I was like, wait, I know this. Red dirt. Yeah.
So that's the message of the song. And even though it literally doesn't apply to me, in spirit, and definitely does. I mean, we didn't raise cotton on our farm.
You're a country boy.
I'm a country boy.
Very much a country boy.
Yeah. So, and I definitely learned how to work. No doubt about it. My dad, hardest man in the neighborhood, hardest working man. And I've told those stories before, but all the neighbors at his funeral said about how he was always out in the field before anyone else and still out there after everyone had gone to bed. I don't know how he did it. But anyway, so I learned I don't deserve his moniker because I'm not as hardworking as he was. I will never live up to that. The premise is, small town, and it shapes you into who you are. Any observations or comments?
I mean, this would easily apply. If you would have just told me that you wrote this 100%, I would believe you. I mean, because there could be a little town named Macon. I don't know. I didn't know. There's plenty of little towns in South Dakota.
You're right. You're right. I lied. It is in South Dakota. It is from South Dakota.
There you go.
But the cotton.
Fantastic. He lied about lying.
Yeah, but later on it mentions Georgia Moon. That'd be okay. Say there's a town in South Dakota named Macon. Okay, that might slip. But
it could just be referencing Georgia, not Georgia, not a big deal. You've been Georgia,
But cotton, you can't grow cotton in South Dakota. That would be a.
Oh, really? You can't grow?
No, cotton is a southern crop. I've never
need more water for it, or just the kind of
probably a longer growing season. Probably. I can't actually tell you why you can't. But
you're probably right there.
All the cotton is grown in southern states. I've never heard. I mean, maybe somebody could develop a certain strain that could grow in South Dakota, and maybe they're growing it there now. I haven't been there in a decade or so. So maybe cotton is being grown, but based on when I was farming, nobody grew cotton. So cotton is a Georgia thing, southern thing. The pre-chorus, looking back, my hometown made me the man that I am now. No doubt about it. 100%. That message I wanted to have on my album. And so I love this song, so I put it on the album. The sun can definitely scorch the earth in South Dakota. Those summers are hot.
Yeah, it can. It's so interesting how I always remember South Dakota. Well, just a normal. Like it'd get really cool at night, but then man, it'd get hot. The difference. It was extreme how cold it could get at night, and then how hot it could get during the day. It would swing one way or the other. You'd think you're in snow, and then the next day you'd think you're on the beach. Or during the day you'd think you're in the beach. At night you think you're in snow or something. Yeah, there was a short summer. Really just 3 months of summer.
Yeah,
even that.
I mean, snow.
Really?
It depends on the year, but we've had snow that stayed on the ground in April, and it can come as early as October. So
which is funny. If you get like a big parking lot where they scoop it up, man, you could probably practically see it come till July because it can take a month for those big piles of snow to get frozen away. It always cracks me up when you still
remember
see
getting
those.
into March, and it was like, is winter ever gonna be over? I'm so tired of winter.
So you like Nashville?
Yes, I do like Nashville. I do like Nashville from that
loving
standpoint.
the warmer weather.
So next is the guitar solo, played by yours truly, of course. Every guitar solo on all my songs is played
Truly, I haven't met her. Truly.
We'd roll down those gravel roads, get sideways, let the horses run. Night moves under that Georgia moon, thought we'd be forever young. Different trucks, the same old town, I wonder where she's at now. I left the part of...
My favorite line in the entire song is different trucks, same old town. I wonder where she's at now.
Where's she at? Where you at?
The girl that you left her name on the side of the water tower in John Deere Green.
Stephanie?
Where's she at? No.
Wrong song. Wrong song. Sorry.
Different song. So I think everyone, your first love, your high school crush, you dated, your first girlfriend, you never forget them, and you wonder what they're up to. And different trucks, same old town. Small town like that. You go down Main Street, everybody's driving a truck. You got to have a truck. Even in Nashville, last night I had a photo shoot downtown, and right downtown, a Printer's Alley. And this is but talk about trucks. And I parked in a parking lot that was actually very tight quarters, and half of the vehicles parked there were big trucks. I mean, like F-150s, but that's a big truck. And those stuck out, and really, there wasn't much space to even maneuver. And even backing out of my space, it took me a while, because in the other side of the lane was a big truck that was sticking way out, and I'm driving my Toyota Camry. I mean, imagine if I was driving a truck, it would be almost impossible to back out. So even in Nashville, even in a city, guys drive trucks. Guys got to have their trucks. Yeah. Be a man, drive a truck. And South Dakota, too. Got to have trucks.
Gotta have those trucks. And if you're extreme, you dip. You gotta dip. I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, there he goes. There, nice impression to there, Tim. Nice impression. The podcast like this. This won't be in this too. It's one of the most disgusting things. Anytime they spit. Oh.
So let's go through the chorus one more time, and then there's one more pre-chorus.
John 3:16. Yeah, the good, the bad, the hurt. My story, every word, it's written in red dirt. Written in red dirt. It's the memories and the scars that make you who you are.
It's the memories and the scars that make you who you are. I mean, this song just is dripping about, that small town makes you and makes you who you are. And the experiences we go through, memories and the scars make you who you are. Looking back, my hometown made me the man I am now. That's the message of this song, and I love it.
Great. I mean, very, very true. Scars, physical and physical. I mean, physical and physical. Emotionally, emotionally it.
Let's close it out with the last chorus.
Scars that make you who you are. I left the part of a bumper of an F-150 on the side of an old pine tree. I left the name of a girl that I thought I loved on the water-torn John Deere green. I walked the aisle of that church where I first heard about John 3:16. Yeah, the good, the bad, the hurt. My story, every word, it's written in red dirt. Written in red dirt. Written in red dirt.
My apologies to those of you who might not be Ford guys, but are maybe Chevy guys or Dodge Ram guys. I'm sorry, F-150. You can,
And police officers, he did not really. This is just a song. There was no littering involved. Don't go looking for that bumper. And this has been. I almost forgot the name of the show. Behind the Music. I'm Walter Wimble, and I forgot where I was for a second there, but I'm back. We'll see you next time.